What's up, everyone, and welcome to the Quarantine. I'm your host, Wolf, and today I'm going to take a look at Criminal Girls Invite Only, developed by Nipponichi. As usual, I've logged about 30 hours into the game, and honestly, I have no idea why or how. Let's close the floodgates right away on the social justice warriors and feminazis. Yes, this game has you abusing girls of questionable ages to motivate them, quote unquote, to do better. Because Japan. I picked up Criminal Girls because I'm a perv, I enjoy fun, and I realize that if something offends me, then I don't have to play it rather than ruin somebody else's fun that may in fact actually enjoy it. Honestly, Criminal Girls is really just a standard JRPG, with a stupid minigame that's censored to hell, which is disappointing, so this review honestly probably isn't going to be too long. For the record, my standpoint on censorship is it sucks, but I don't have the time or the patience to actually learn Japanese, so I have to either deal with it and suck it up like a champ, or I just don't get to play the game, so I choose the former. And I just wash the filth off me at night. Sometimes. The combat system, however, has a little bit of uniqueness to it. When you start the game, your girls refuse to do anything at all, won't listen to any of your orders, won't do anything. Then you have to take them to the motivation room and motivate them, with a horse paddle, cattle prod, hot wax, or a couple of other objects, just like one of my Japanese animes. Then they decide to help afterwards. However perverted and creepy this is, it's actually a really fun system. You have to do this to unlock various moves. As the girls level up, they get stronger, but if they don't have their good moves through motivation, then they're not going to be useful at all. The minigame of actually acquiring them through the abuse of the girls is honestly boring and not really fun at all. However, in combat, each of the four girls, randomly it seems most of the time, will have one out of all of their moves that they can use. It gets super annoying when you really need that one move, but it never comes up. Luckily, guard, however, does come up most of the time when it's needed. The motivation scenes aren't even that bad, and they're censored. The original Japanese one, for that matter, isn't even that bad. Hyperdimension has way more fan service and is way worse than this game will ever be. Other than the spankings and cattle prodding, there's really no fan service in the game to be found. And I have to say, I was actually really disappointed. It's bad when Untitled Chapter has more fan service in this game, and none of that was intentional as far as I'm aware. The sound quality is mediocre, honestly nothing really stands out. The girls are fully voiced in Japanese, and they're done pretty well. The opening song, however, is pretty cool. It's totally something I would listen to on a regular basis, because I'm weird. The controls are pretty basic, really nothing to talk about. If you've ever played a JRPG, it's the exact same button layout. I mean, honestly, X just pretty much controls everything. However, a sprint button, while in the dungeons, would have been amazing, as while you're trying to, mush through these dungeons, it feels really, really slow. The story so far, and I suspect I'm near the end, is the girls of questionable age died young and they went to hell because of whatever sin they'd committed. Hell, being such a swell place and all, has a convict reformation program now. Basically, you, being a Hell Guard, is tasked to guard these girls through the Reformation Tower and to keep them, quote-unquote, motivated, so they can repent later on, confront their sins, and become better people and be reborn. I mean, it's a cop-out story, but I have to say, near the point that I'm at, which again I assume is the end, when the girl's story actually starts unfolding, some of the girls have a pretty fucked up story. And I totally wasn't expecting that, and it came out of left field somewhere. Overall, would I recommend Criminal Girls Invite Only? This, honestly, is another hard one. I want to say no, but I don't know why the game is enjoyable. It's definitely not the motivating minigame. That's more of an annoyance, and I hated having to do it. It was boring and did nothing. However, and that hurts me to say because I love Akiba's Trip, Conception 2, Hyperdimension, Senran Kagura, and Dragon's Crown, just to name a few. I like fan servicey pervy games, but this one just really didn't do it for me. But sitting back, watching a movie, and fighting monsters is fun. I don't know. There's something that caused me to log 30 hours into the game, and I still want to play more and I want to beat it. I guess maybe I want to see what the rest of the girl's story is. I don't know. I would say if you really want the game, wait and get it used for like 15 or 20 bucks. However, if you want a fan service game, get Hyperdimension Neptunia, Hyperdevotion War, Conception 2, Akiba's Trip, or Senran Kagura, just to name a few. They're all much better games, provide much better pervy feelings if that's what you're looking for, and has much better fan service. But again, with all that said, I've logged 30 hours into it, and I'm probably going to log more and beat it. And I honestly have absolutely no idea why. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this review. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time in the quarantine.